I'm John Cooper, and welcome to Tourism Today, a program where we look at the issues, trends, and opportunities for travel and tourism in Yakima and the Yakima Valley. I'm John Cooper, President and CEO of Yakima Valley Tourism. Joining me today is Sean Davidow with the City of Yakima, and he's going to keep me on track as we do this Zoom session. Welcome, Sean.
Thank you for having me today, John. It's a pleasure to be able to share some of this technology and share some of the messages of the Yakima Valley.
Yeah, we really appreciate that because we've worked with you and your department in doing these programs before in your studios, and now we're doing it online and learning how to use Zoom as an effective tool. And it's great. It has its limitations, but it's a great way to put these programs together. So thank you for all your help.
It is a whole new world doing this, and we're very lucky to have this technology. Many of us have been working remotely and not able to get to the studio, so this gives us an opportunity to share some information and help you guys share some information.
When I do these programs, I'm kind of the interviewer and talking to a guest and talking about a topic. Now, this time I'm going to turn the tables around and have Sean interview me about some of the things happening in travel and tourism at this time.
Right, and we will share some graphics. We'll share some information on the screen that you're going to guide us through. And so, John, the first thing that we want to talk about is some of the effects of COVID-19 on travel and tourism in the Yakima Valley. Can you just talk about that, and we'll go through some of this information?
Well, as we all know, COVID-19 and the pandemic that has embraced or taken over the world, all of us have been affected in one way or another with community lockdowns and all of the concerted efforts to curb the spread of the disease. It's had many impacts, both from a social, personal, but also economically in our world and as well as in our neighborhood. And probably more than any other industry, the travel and tourism industry has been the hardest hit sector as travel has slowed down across the globe, and we've seen some unprecedented contraction due to the pandemic. I'll give you a few national statistics here that Sean can supplement with some graphs. About 8 million of our 16 million jobs within this industry, or about 51%, have been lost. And the amount of travel spending, as the graph shows here, you see three fairly healthy years, 2018, or 2017, 18, and 19, and then 2020, you see how much it's declined. The good news is that we'll start to slowly see growth starting next year, and at a lesser rate will continue to grow, but it will take as much as 3 to 4 years to get back to visitor spending and travel spending levels of 2019. And that's going to start in 2021. Overall, we're going to see about $500 billion lost of the spending this year and the jobs as a result of that. And then there's a trickle-down effect because all these businesses that people partake in when they travel have suppliers that they work with to supply goods and services, and those will also be affected. But the good news is that tourism will rebound, as it has before with recessions and other times of uncertainty. And give you some very specific local example. When COVID hit, Yakima County employment in the hospitality and leisure sector plummeted by 50%. But as of July, more of those folks had been rehired, and unemployment losses in this sector is now at about 22%. Now, while that is still high, it's getting better each month when we see the data coming in as people are rehired and businesses start to reopen. So we're certainly encouraged by that and looking towards the future and planning accordingly. Things are going to be very different as we address public safety, but folks are traveling and will continue to start traveling for other needs. They're taking vacations, events, sporting events, conventions, and things of that nature will be happening in the future. So we just have to be prepared and do it diligently and smartly.
Now, let's talk a little bit about what has Yakima Valley Tourism been doing the last few months. What have you guys been doing to help our community? I'm sure that tourism is way down, but you are doing things to help Yakima people.
That's correct. When this happened, and of course, we've had had a number of groups that had to cancel their events, and we've assisted those groups, whether it be a convention, sporting, business meeting. We've assisted them where possible to reschedule their event for a future date. But likewise, we've been very actively involved as a destination management organization and pivoted to help our business community rebuild for the future, and to assist our locals in finding what they can do. So the best vehicle, of course, we had to do these kind of things is our website, visityakima.com. And I'm going to have Sean pull the site up now so we can show you how we've reformatted the site to serve locals as well as people who may be traveling on the variety of options that are available to them in our area. For example, there's a site on it that it's right about there, Sean, that shows specifically how people can find out about takeout foods. And then when it became a possibility, where are the restaurants that are offering outside dining? Another one of our sites on the homepage, that's linked from the homepage, is where people can enjoy our craft beverages, our wines and beers, whether through online orders, curbside service, and also outside patio enjoyment. One of the things too that we have found from our visitors on a national level, and at the very top of our homepage, helps to inform people about is research shows that a lot of folks wanted to get outdoors, enjoy wide open spaces. So we built a short video that people can access from the website. It's a couple minutes long that gives a good visual of the variety of outdoor adventure you can access in the greater Yakima Valley area and up in the mountains. And ways also, we have further links on the site to give you more details about that. Of course, we continue to tell people about all of our farm fresh experiences where they can go to farmers markets and other places that are able to serve them, and retail opportunities where people can go to find retail opportunities. So it's been a very detailed process for us to continually update these websites with the most recent information, and that things, as we know, can change rather quickly. So we've done the best that we can to update these sites to be a useful tool for our visitors and friends and family. One of the other things that you can find from our site, but also from a number of sites, is we've been actively involved with the Open and Safe Coalition that the Chamber of Commerce has been coordinating with the Department of Health, Yakima County, the City of Yakima, YCBA, the Central Washington Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. And what we did is, because we got marketing experience, we created a website to help pull together business resources, and it's called yvopenandsafe.com. And on that site, people can find specific information for their businesses as far as safety measures, how to reopen up, the pledge form as to dedicating that they're going to make sure their business is safe for the customer. We continually update this site as new conditions change and things improve, and working closely with the health department to gather that information and those resources so that businesses know where they can go to find out a number of things that they need to safely open and remain open. So yvopenandsafe.com is a great tool and resource for those businesses in Yakima County.
Wonderful. We've covered a lot of ground. We're going to do more of these interviews. We're planning to schedule more of these conversations and more Yakima Valley Today programs. I do want to, on my note, I want to give a shout out to the people of Yakima for stepping up and following face covering guidelines and getting us to a place where hopefully we can move out of the phases. We've done a great job with that. So that is my thank you to our residents, and I'm sure you feel the same way. So.
Absolutely. Mask up to open up has been the slogan that we've all been using, and it's an effective tool. And at the time that we're recording this, we've seen that it's been effective in helping to drive down the number of new cases as well as sicknesses overall. So Happy to be part of the coalition and helping to advance our community so that we can further open up in the future. Certainly, we're looking forward to that and inviting more visitors here when the time is right and when it's safe. And we'll share more examples, as you said, Sean, in future episodes. We'll talk about other things that we've been doing in the sporting arena, because we're very active in working with sporting groups. And of course, an update on the convention center with its expansion. So until then, this is John Cooper.
And I'm Sean Davidow.
And we'll see you next time.
Thank you for joining us.